Have you ever felt someone walked out of your life without giving a clear reason? You gave everything, your love, your loyalty, your presence, your sincerity, yet they still chose to walk away. Today, you found this video not by accident. This is a message from the universe, because someone who once left is now searching for a way to return. Not because you changed, but because they finally realized you were never replaceable. Before we continue, you need to know that this message is intuitive, timeless, and collective. Not every word will fit your story, but if much of what you hear resonates deeply in your heart, it means you were guided to this very moment. Take a deep breath, calm your mind, and allow your soul to listen with openness. There was a time when you loved someone wholeheartedly. You stood beside them through struggles, gave strength when they were weak, and forgave even when they couldn't give you the same in return. Your loyalty was not because you had no choice, but because you understood the true meaning of being present. Yet the pain was never about love unreturned, it was about love being ignored. They walked away without explanation, or perhaps believing the grass was greener elsewhere. And you were left wondering, was I not enough? Why did they leave when I never gave up? The feeling of loss didn't arrive all at once. It came slowly, the silence of missing notifications, the nights that grew quieter than before, the moment you finally realized they were truly gone. But what you may not know is this: their departure was the beginning of your awakening. You began to fill the empty space with things that strengthened you. You started to see how much you had given to others, forgetting that you too deserve a love that is healthy, balanced, and kind. The wound hurt, but it opened your eyes. You were never meant to keep chasing someone who couldn't see your value. You were born to be loved in the same way you loved, with sincerity, without having to beg for it. You were never wrong for being genuine. The mistake was theirs for failing to cherish it. And when you finally learned to stand on your own, your energy shifted. You no longer appeared as someone waiting to be saved. You began to radiate strength. Without realizing it, that energy began to call them back. The one who once left now feels restless, asking themselves, why does it feel like I lost something I can never find again? Because it's true, what you gave was irreplaceable. Now they know. Strange, isn't it? When you waited, they were silent. But when you let go, when you stopped expecting messages or replies, when you became used to their absence, that's when their energy shifted. They began to feel empty, unsettled, waking up with a hollow heart, carrying through days with a mind that drifts. You may not be in their life physically, but the depth of your presence left a space no one else could fill. Suddenly, they remember the little things: your laughter, your way of understanding without being asked, the way you stood by them when everyone else walked away. And in that silence, they realized you were never just someone. You were the person they truly needed. But they only understood it when you were gone. Now they watch from afar. They see you've changed. You're calmer, stronger, more focused on building your own life. And ironically, that's what makes them see your worth more clearly. You are no longer waiting. You are no longer chasing. You are someone who knows your own value. And this makes them hesitate, because deep down they know they had a chance and they wasted it. Now they fear it may no longer exist. Will you open the door again? Or will you simply smile from a distance and whisper within, I once loved you, but now I love myself more. Many believe separation is the end, but in the journey of the soul, separation often becomes the path to growth. This was not only your test, it was theirs too. The universe created distance not to punish, but to awaken. You were tested to let go with grace. They were tested to understand the meaning of true loss. While you were busy healing, they were sitting with emptiness. Once they thought they could walk away, explore more, find better. Yet the farther they went, the more they realized, nothing compares to your sincerity. And maybe you've wondered, why did I have to be the one who hurt first? The answer is simple. The universe knew you had the strength to rise. Through the pain, you became someone who can no longer be easily broken. You no longer tie your worth to validation from others. You know you are enough even unseen. And now, while you've grown stronger, they are left questioning, why did I walk away from the one who was truly present? Why do I still feel empty, even after getting what I thought I wanted? The truth is, they weren't searching for something new. They were searching for home. And that home was youth, the one they once abandoned. Now the universe is arranging another chance. Not to repeat the old story, but to see, will you choose them again, or will you choose yourself? This is not about who was wrong or right. It's about who has grown and who is truly ready. This person wants to return. They've written long messages but deleted them before sending. They've stared at your name on their phone, wanting to call, but afraid to press the green button. Not because they don't know how they feel, but because they fear you no longer feel the same. They're afraid you've moved too far, that you've healed, that maybe someone new has already shown you love that is steady and kind. And perhaps that's true, because you are no longer who you once were. You've walked through the storm and emerged as a stronger, wiser version of yourself. You have boundaries, you have self-respect, and you will not allow anyone to return if it only means repeating the same pain. Yet still you have a heart, because people like you, no matter how hurt, never turn bitter. They only grow wiser. And now, this person stands at a crossroad, between their deep desire to come back and the heavy fear of regret. They don't know how to say it, but one thing is clear. They realize now what they were searching for was never out there. It was always you. The universe is opening space for reunion. If it happens, it will not be coincidence. It will be divine timing. But the choice is yours. It's no longer about who comes, but it's about who deserves to stay. When someone's energy begins to return to you, the universe starts arranging the path. Through unexpected encounters, a conversation overheard, or even a sudden message you didn't expect. But this is not about rushing back into the past. It's about two souls who were once connected, tested by time, and now given a chance to see if they've grown enough to meet again. You may feel the energy rise suddenly as memories resurface, not to hurt you, but to test you, to see if your heart is truly healed or simply silent in an unfinished wound. And they feel it too. That same energy is drawing them back, not because they're bored with others, but because they've realized you are unforgettable. This reunion could be a new beginning, or it could be closure with peace. Because not everyone who returns is meant to stay. Some come to heal. Some come only to finally say the apology that was left unsaid. The most important thing is you don't have to decide in haste. What matters is you are now the best version of yourself. From that place, you will choose not from pain, but from peace. When someone comes back after realizing your worth, it's not just about reconnection. It's about how much both of you have changed. About how both of you have grown stronger, wiser, and learned self. You don't need to rush into anything, because your journey no longer depends on whether they return or not. Your life is already full of love, the love you've given yourself. And now you know, love from another must be balanced, honoring, and peaceful. If they come back with sincerity, willing to rebuild and learn, give them a chance. But if they return only to repeat the same cycle, don't be afraid to say no. because you are now strong enough to choose what is best for you. Remember, the universe always works in mysterious ways, and you are stronger than you realize. You've walked a long road to reach this point, where you finally know you're worth more than ever. Never doubt yourself when it's time to release what no longer serves your joy, and never fear when it's time to welcome opportunities that bring peace and growth. If this person returns to your life, let it unfold wisely, because what matters most is that you've become the best version of yourself, and that can never be replaced.